WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500. Call now. We are WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit, your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights.
وسهلا بكل الذين ينضموا للاستماع إلى راديو بلدي أول راديو عربي أمريكي ويعنى بقضايا العرب في المهجر. برامجنا في راديو بلدي كل يوم جمعة من 8 وحتى 9 صباحا مع ليلى الحسيني في بث حي ومباشر عبر WNZK راديو 690 AM. صباح الخير بلدي، صباح الخير لكل مستمعينا.
Welcome to Radio Baladi, the first Arab, Middle Eastern, and American simulcast radio show. Radio Baladi is broadcast every Friday morning on WNZK 690 AM from 8 until 9 Eastern Time on Good Morning Michigan with Layla Al-Husseini. Our call-in number 248-557-3300. And now, stay tuned for the best radio talk show on Arab and American issues with your host, Layla Al-Husseini.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in to US Arab Radio, the best ethnic radio station in North America. Today is Friday, December 25th rather. Today is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas especially to those who are working today. So Merry Christmas, Mike. Absolutely. And some of us have to work today to get things done. Others are luckier. They're at home with family and friends, hopefully having a wonderful, wonderful day. My name is Khalil Hashim. I'm the editor of YaMichigan.com, the fastest growing multimedia network in the Middle Eastern communities in Michigan. Today the weather is cool. It's about 34 degrees and it is expected to reach about 50, maybe a little bit less. We're not complaining though. Today is December 25th and we're not shoveling snow. So, we're blessed. This has been a wonderful, wonderful month. On this day, again, this is a family day, and if you want to share with us what are you doing differently with your family and what are you cooking today, what kind of special meal are you preparing, please do so. The number here is 248-557-3300. Or if you have any other ideas, any other questions in Arabic or in English, give us a call. We will be talking to Rama from Dreamy School about what's going on with the center, and also we'll be talking to Dr. Suwan today. She will be talking to us later in the program. In the meantime, we're here to discuss any issues that you are interested in, that you find you like to talk to us about it. If you have any question, please give us a call. In the news today, recently as you heard, the Feds have raised interest rates, and they raised them very little, 0.25%. Now, what does that mean to you? Experts say, in short, really, immediately not much. It's a very small increase. It may affect if you're buying a mortgage today or you're getting a loan today, a very small increase. But what really means is that in the long term, that the Feds are signaling increasing interest rates in the long term. Normally they're around 3 or 4%. They've been zero for some time, allowing the economy to grow, and the Feds are worried that the economy, not lowering interest rates could lead to inflation, so they wanted to start increasing that. What that means to you is if you need to buy a home, if you need a loan, if you need anything or to refinance, this is the time to do it, because if you put it off for a year or so, it may cost you, maybe $100 more a month or something like that. So this is really the perfect time, right now, the beginning of the year, to either take on a loan or to buy a home or to refinance, because although this is a small increase, but it's still very low. On the good side, experts believe that this increase will motivate banks to give out more loans. As you well know, the banks and loan companies have been kind of stringent after the 2008 debacle of the market. So this could motivate them to give out more loans and allow more people to become homeowners. Let me tell you, there's really nothing better than being a homeowner. It's a wonderful thing. It's your home. It's your privacy. It's a good investment if you're buying a really good home at a good price. And if that's what you want to do, give us a call. That's what I do, and I'll be more than happy to work with you to find you the home you're looking for, whether it is for residential or for investment. This is still a very good time to do that. And why should you really do your research and talk to the right people? Because buying a home is the biggest investment in your life, and the sooner you do it, if a lot of people say, I'm too young to do that, I'm too young to take on the responsibility. No, you're not. You're never too young to really invest and invest in your home or invest in real estate. This is the best investment you do, and no matter what happened, it'll always be there for you. Yes, the market went down in 2008, but how often does that happen? So, and those who really rode that wave, now they're being back to where they were or even better. Those who bought in 2010, 2011 are cashing in on a big, huge investment. So if you're looking for commercial or residential investment, let us know. We have a few investments that will be of interest to you. We have a property for sale on Ford Road, and Ford Road in our area is one of the hottest investment zone right now, specifically for commercial investment. And we have a wonderful property that either can be used for residential or for commercial, but it is commercially used. So if you want to know more about buying a home, the value of your home, and how you figure that out, give us a call, 248-557-3300. So do we have a caller? Jerry, of course. Good morning, Jerry.
Let a beautiful day like this, let's wish you guys a very Merry Christmas.
Absolutely, absolutely.
To Layla, to Mike, to producer, to all the listeners. And we always, the Christian and the Muslim, share the happiness. And in any occasion, we all feel we are brother and sisters. Your happiness is my happiness.
Absolutely.
And let us be
Jerry, there's something very interesting worldwide. Christmas is no longer a Christian holiday. You know that, right? It's everybody's holiday.
Everybody.
Yesterday, I was trying to do a few things in Dearborn, and all of these shops are so busy. It's like, what's going on? They said it's Christmas, And even in the Middle East, somebody jokingly sent out an email saying, could we tell our Muslim brothers to give us a chance to take photos with Santa?
What a beautiful Khalid.
It is great, man. I love that. I love celebrating all of these holidays.
That's the way it should be. Khalil, couple of days ago, 3 days ago, I was celebrating with my brother, Muslim and sister, the Mawlid al-Nabawi Sharif.
Yeah.
So, you see, this is how we melted together in one pot. I wish earlier some friend a Jewish Happy Hanukkah.
Wonderful, yeah, absolutely.
Mawlid al-Nabawi Sharif. And today is Merry Christmas, Eid Milad Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we supposed to communicate with each other, to love with each other. And this way, Khalil, we won't let any gap for ISIS or MISIS or whatever they call them. Those they do not represent the Islam. Those they are hijack the religious of Islam.
Well, I
And
mean,
Khalil,
extremists exist in every religion. I mean, look at Donald Trump. What's the difference between him and ISIS? I don't see any
it's a
difference.
center storm.
Yeah, I mean, I
All
just don't see.
politics, Khalil.
It's just the you know, the dress and the hairdo, and it's the same mentality. So extremists exist in every religion. What really unites us is our humanity, and if we remember that,
Absolutely.
you know, if we remember that, I mean, I don't care if I'm so fortunate that I live in an area that's so diverse, and my children get exposed to different religions and different thoughts and different ideas, and you know, they're so excited, and we went shopping this week, and they're happy to celebrate the Christmas, and you know, we'll be happy to celebrate the New Year and Easter and the Mawlid al-Nabawi and all of those, and the more the merrier, you know, whatever really makes us happy.
Absolutely, Khalil.
Mm-hmm.
We need always the politician leave the religious alone. Let everybody practice their own religion. Khalil, thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely,
my best wishes
Jerry.
to all of you, and thank you for your service all over the year through the Arab Voice of America.
No
And
problem.
of course, we will continue our cooperation through the year to the year 2016. And Happy New Year. Thanks again, Khalil.
Absolutely, and we're
Very
talking,
happy.
you know, we were talking earlier about home investment and buying a home and all of that, and I mean, this is really a perfect time to do it, and if you know of anybody who is looking, let us know. We'll be more than happy to work with them.
Well, I make sure, Khalil, when I purchase my American dream house, I will call you.
Absolutely, and we can find you a beautiful home for you.
Thanks again, Khalil. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Thank you, Jerry.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye now. I want to thank Jerry for taking the time to talk to us this morning, and you know, Jerry is one of our loyal listeners. We can always count on him to call and say hello and let us know what's on his mind. So if you want to give us a call and let us know what's on your mind, the number here is 248-557-3300. You know, if you have a question in Arabic or in English, give us a call. So again, if you're thinking about buying a home, or you're thinking about selling your home and you're not sure how to calculate the value of your home, or you want to make some improvements, you know, a lot of people call us and say, I want to make some improvements and I want to make sure that they raise the value of my home, and what should I do? And you know, the rule of thumb is always any additions will raise or most additions rather will raise the value of your home. Redoing your kitchen is good, redoing your bathrooms are good, and you need to be careful, you know, what kind of home you have, how much money you're going to invest, because there is a certain ceiling. Once you reach that, no matter how much money you put into your home, is not going to raise the value as much as you think. And it depends on how soon you want to sell, and you know, that makes a big difference at the same time as well. You know, or you can make some improvements for your enjoyment. Today, you know, most new homes come in with a lot of technology, you know, whether it's wireless technology or whether any other technologies. Older homes are, you know, most of them don't have that, but you can add that to them. It's a little bit more costly sometimes. It's more costly because you know, you're just adding to an existing structure, certain kind of technologies. But I'm not saying it doesn't get done. It's not possible. It is possible, but you need to keep that in mind. Most new homes, again, do have all these technologies, you know, whether it is cameras or whether it is wireless, how the lights talk to each other, and the fridge and all of those, and it's just mind-boggling when you go to these shows and take a look at, you know, what they offer. But since we still in the 150 to 100,000 you know, range homes, and these have very minimum technology, the emphasis is on the structure. The emphasis is on, you know, is it really a good home? Is it a good investment? Because you want to buy a home that is a good investment, and if the market is going up, if you buy today, then you're going to build equity, and building equity is a good thing. So if you have any questions, you know, we have the people who can help you to find out how much loan you qualify for, and this is the first step. We're going to take a short break, and after that, I'll just share with you some of the steps if you're thinking about buying a home, what you need to think about. Please stay tuned.
From their first words to first grade, Dreamy Children's Center will help get your child on the right track. The highly qualified staff works closely with parents to provide an experience that goes beyond early education. We can help nurture important personality traits with the use of educational programs ranging from preschooling for infants to Montessori-approved programs and bilingual curriculums for young children. All meals can be provided, and we can arrange for after-school pickup. Dreamy Children's Center in Dearborn Heights on Warren, in Westland on Ann Arbor Trail, and in Troy on DeQuinder.
Life for Relief and Development is a nonprofit charity that has been providing humanitarian aid and development to people and communities regardless of race, color, religion, or cultural background for over 22 years. When disaster occurs here or around the world, Life rushes to provide food, medical aid, and shelter to those in need. Life also has development projects that provide medical relief, water purification, educational programs, relief for orphans, and much more. Your help and support can greatly improve these efforts. All donations are tax deductible. For more information, please visit our website at lifeusa.org or call 248-424-7493. That's lifeusa.org, 248-424-7493.
Welcome back to Radio Baladi, and I just want to thank you for being with us today. Again, Merry Christmas to everyone, and we hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful holiday. We were talking earlier about, when buying a home, what to look for, and what's the starting process. And the starting process is knowing what you can afford. A lot of people come to us and say, I would like a house that is, brick and wide streets and big rooms, and I say, well, these are available, but these are in the 150 to 100,000 range. Well, they say, I can only spend 70, 80, or 100. Well, you're not going to be able to get, this kind of homes. They do exist, but not as often as you think. So knowing what you can afford is a really good start. And knowing what you can invest and how you're going to pay for it. Buying a home, you're either going to pay cash or you're going to get a loan. And getting a loan is, it's a long process, so you have to be pre-qualified for. If you want to buy in cash, you know how much cash you have, and then that story is solved. It's much easier and quicker to buy a home with cash if you have the cash. If you don't, then you're going to have to get a loan. Then the best thing to do is we can set you up with, the people, or you can go to any people that you are comfortable with, and then they tell you what you qualify for. They give you a letter. It's called a pre-qualifying letter, and in that letter it says, so-and-so can buy a home for $150,000. Then we'll try to find you the home that you are looking for. And then, my recommendation's always been, if, we take a list of homes, we say take a look at those, because you want to live in a home in a community or an area that you like the way the house looks from the outside, and then we worry about the inside. Once you selected the house that you like in the neighborhood you like, then from the outside, then we go on the inside, take a look at the layout, take a look at how the house is made, and make a list of things you like and you don't like. And the things you don't like, if you can't change it, I'd strongly recommend you look for a different home. And if you don't have the money to buy the home of your dreams, you should look for a home that has the potential. This way you can buy the home, live in it, and eventually and gradually make changes to it to your liking. Buying the home is an exciting process. It's not a cumbersome and should not be a cumbersome. You should also work with someone you trust. Buying a home is very complicated. If you're not working with someone you trust, as an agent, I strongly recommend not to do it on your own. There are a lot of legal and information that you need to know, and you're not going to know it on your own. And the other person is not going to help you because the other person wants to sell a home. This is something very important. You need to know that. A lot of people call me and say, oh, thank you for answering the phone right away. Well, I'm supposed to, and I'm supposed to answer the phone right away, and I'm supposed to get back with you because I'm working with you. And this is something very important. and being responsive. If you're gonna work with an agent who does not return your calls and does not really work with you to explain to you what you're signing, how you're signing it, and what it means to you, that means you need to find a different agent. So it's very important, and someone who can answer all your questions and explain to you the process. And if you're selling a home, it's the same way. I mean, you want to know what your home is worth and how soon can we sell it, when can we sell it, and how do we move on. And any agent who cannot answer these questions for you is not the agent you want to be working for, or you're working with rather. So it's very important that you select someone you trust, someone you're comfortable with, someone that is working well with you. And you need to be also, homeowners that are selling homes or property owners need to be reasonable as well. A lot of people may tell you this home is worth $200-300, and it may not be. So listen to the experts where they tell you if you want to move your home and sell it as fast. Today is still a seller's market, which means there aren't that many good homes on the market. There are some homes on the market, but not as much as one time be. So hopefully we're expecting a lot more homes will be on the market in the coming months, so you can select, and the price is going to be better. It's a good time to buy. So give us a call if you have any questions, 248-557-3300, or if you have any questions about remodeling your home and increasing the value of your home. We are awaiting Rama to give us a call, and she's going to be talking to us about her experience working with the Syrian refugees. I think she went to Lansing to discuss the issue, and also she's going to be talking to us about what's new at the Dreamy School Center. As we wait for her, if you have any questions, give us a call, in regard to either refinancing, buying a home, or what kind of investment. I mentioned to you, we have an investment property on Ford Road. It's a really beautiful property. It's a 0.7 acre of commercial investment. Currently it has a huge house on it, and it has 3 structures: a big huge house, also an entertainment room, and a 3-car garage. It is zoned commercially for any commercial use, also can be used for residential. If this is something that would interest you, give us a call. Again, either 248-557-3300 today, or you can call me at 313-819-0101. On our website, we always have tips on how to take care of your home, how to make sure that you're protecting your investment, and variety of different tips on how to fix almost everything you need to fix at the home. You need to be careful not to hurt yourself when you're when you're fixing anything in the house. What I normally do is I Google it. A while back, one of the pipes in the kitchen got clogged, and I called someone to do it, and he wanted $500. Then I thought about it, and I said, maybe I can do this. It looked like a simple job, so I Googled it, and it was very simple. A friend of mine who really knows how to fix all of these things, I called him, and he said it's a simple job. He explained it to me, and then I watched the couple of short videos on how to do it. And then the most important thing is you have to wear protective gear. Don't get yourself hurt. A lot of people during the holidays try to embark on home projects, and they end up at the emergency room. Do not do that. Holiday time is supposed to be happy time with the family. Don't get yourself hurt. So if something that you think that it's beyond what you do or you can do, get a professional to do it. Pay a little money, and then it gets done, and you're happy and everybody is happy. But if you want to take on the adventure, make sure you're protected. Make sure you wear goggles. Make sure you wear gloves. Make sure you're using the right tools, because if you're using the wrong tools, you're going to get hurt. Do not get hurt. So what I did is I just went ahead and removed the pipe, and you know, old pipes get clogged, and there is really nothing you can do about it to fix them except change them. And I went ahead and replaced that pipe. It took me half an hour of work, and the pipe is working beautifully. It's been 5 years now, and I saved $500. And I have a story to tell. I just tell people what I did and how I did it, and it's a wonderful thing. Again, anything else you want to embark on, you have to really understand what you're dealing with. If you're working with an old home, you have to be aware that if you're chipping paint, some of the old paint prior to 1978 included lead in it. So you want to make sure there are no children around. You have to understand these things. So chipping paint there's a method in how to do it. There are people who are specialized in that. Or if you're cleaning old pipes or old tiles, you need to find out whether they have asbestos in them. Asbestos is if it is inhaled, the dust of it can cause cancer. So you need to be really careful, what you're doing and how you're doing it, so you don't get hurt. It's a lot of fun when you take on a project, but do your homework. Take a look at how it has been done. Talk to the experts. I go to some of the big stores and small stores, hardware stores, and I ask, and I keep asking questions until I get answers before I do it. First, you save time, you save money, and then you save possibly getting yourself hurt, because that's not fun. I have cut myself before while doing small jobs, and it's not fun at all. And we know of a lot of stories that people go to the emergency room because they were doing either working with a saw that they couldn't handle, electric saw, or working with something, some big machines. I remember a friend of mine giving me one of those big drills, and every time I used it, I tried to use it and make a hole on the wall. It literally was twisting my arm. And then I learned, this is not something that I can do. It would require a lot more muscle than I have, and I knew I was going to get hurt with that one. So I just left it alone, and I called someone who can handle that, and the guy came in, paid him $30, $40, and then he just poked that hole in, and just, he did what he needed to do. So whatever it is, it's not worth you getting hurt. You need to be very careful with that. And then again, as I mentioned, if you put some money into your kitchen, that's gonna increase the value of your home. If you put money into your bathroom, that's gonna increase it as well. And it depends on how much money. If your home is worth $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, and then you go ahead and go out there with marbles and all of these fancy, it's going to increase the price of your home, but not as much as you think. So it's very important that you know and you budget and you understand, because everything is a balance. The balance of spending money on your kitchen, and if you put a $5,000 stove in your $100,000 home, yeah, it looks good. It's going to make your home looks good and sellable, but you're not going to get that $5,000 back. But if you put a really nice $800 stove on your home, that's going to do the same thing. The better one is going to impress people more, but it's not going to really get you any money. It may help you sell the home faster, but it's not going to get you any money. It's not going to get you the money back that you think you're going to get it. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
Are you going to start a restaurant or grocery store soon? Do you need floor plans and designs? Call Naji Abood at 734-744-9796. Do you want to buy kitchen and restaurant equipment at discount prices? Call Naji Abood now, 734-744-9796. New Concept Products and Design, the trademark of kitchen equipment. 5% discount on all purchases of $75,000 or more. New Concept Products and Design, new location, 31185 Schoolcraft in Livonia. Learn more at www.newconceptproducts.com. Call Naji Abood, 734-744-9796.
Ziyad brand. Quality products from our family to yours. Ziyad Brothers Importing offers the finest quality products, including brands like Sultan, Kraft, Nestle, Hook, Rico Picon, Donna, and many more. Ask your retailer to carry these fine products because you deserve the very best. For more information, visit our website at www.ziyad.com. That's www.ziyad.com. Ziyad, quality products from our family to yours.
Welcome back. This is Khalil Hashim on Christmas Day. Again, Merry Christmas to everyone. And we were talking earlier on about home and home repair. One of the best investments you can have is also in your home is good windows and doors that shut and have some kind of a vacuum in it to preserve the heat and the AC in the house. So before you embark on some of these projects as well, make sure that you're buying the best product, and then you have the right people to install it. I had some windows installed in my house, and the person who did it did a lousy job. I really didn't understand all these things. That was years and years ago, and now we're still paying for that poor job that this man did. He did not, first he installed poor quality windows. He didn't explain the different kinds of windows he should have we should have bought. The other thing is that he didn't install any insulations around the windows. And, no insulation, poor quality windows, you know what's going to happen. It's going to make the house drafty, and you're going to lose heat, and you're going to lose AC. It's going to cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars throughout the year. So make sure that, you're investing, you're working with someone who knows what he's doing, preferably someone who is certified. And if they're not certified, they just need to know what they're doing. And they need to be good at it. They give you good advice. This is what comes down to it. It's just like you're buying a dishwasher, and they tell you, well, this is, you save $30 here. Well, what's the trade-off? What is it that you're buying and saving? What's that $30 going to cost you? Is it noise? Is it the quality of the wash? Is it the, you're saving electricity here? So you may be saving $30 today, but it may cost you and annoy you for years to come. And so make sure always know what you're buying, even if you have to stretch it 30, 50, even $100 more. It's always good to really do your homework. Ask people who know. Get a good advice. Don't just listen to one opinion or someone who really want to do a job and take your money and leave, and then you're stuck with whatever it is that's not working the way it needs to work. So always make sure that you're working with the right person, or someone, some people you work with, and they tell you this will take a couple days to do, and they come work 2 hours here and 2 hours there, and then for another 4 or 5 months you're still dealing with a small job. Make people sign a piece of paper. They tell you this would take 2 days, tell them when. And make them sign a piece of paper. Write it in any language you want, specifically preferably in English, and tell them, okay, if it's going to be done by Thursday, I'll give you till Friday, and if it's not done by Friday, I owe you no money. And then you'll see how that person will finish the job and finish it well. So don't just do things the old-fashioned way. Oh, he gave me his word, and it's words is not enough. And I've seen it every day. People come and complain to us and say, we want to sell this home, but this guy hasn't finished. He has to install something. It's just a small job. It takes a couple hours. And that guy is working at 4 or 5 different jobs and doing the same thing to 5, 10 people. Don't let him do that. Do not let him do that. And sign papers. Make sure they understand that you know your rights, and that and then that you can get them. And people, when people pay for a certain job, they just really get what they're supposed to get. So this is something very important. It's your money, it's your hard-earned money, and you should always get your money's worth when it comes to any job that you do. Do we have Rama on the phone? Good morning, Rama.
Hi, good morning.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful. We have a few minutes. What can you tell us this morning?
Oh, well, first off, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody that's listening.
Wonderful. Merry Christmas to you, too.
Thank you. I just wanted to start off by talking about my encounter with the Syrian refugees last month.
Mm-hmm. You want to make it
I was
quick
able-
because we don't have a lot of time. We were hoping
Yeah,
that you join
I
us.
was able to meet. I'm sorry,
That's
I'm not
okay.
in Michigan,
That's okay.
so the time difference kind of...
Yeah. Where are you now?
I'm in Chicago, actually.
Oh, okay. Chicago is a wonderful city.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I was able to meet with a few families that came in from the refugee camps in Jordan.
Okay.
And it's, I know a lot of people at the time are very, unsure about having the refugees resettle here. So I just kind of want to tell everybody that they're families, just like, the families that are here. And I know maybe a lot of the listeners are immigrants, just like my own family, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of want to let everybody know that, the process is very safe. It takes 18 to 24 months to get approved. So, there's always safety precautions, no matter where the refugees coming
where
from.
are these refugees now?
Well, the families that I met with were living in Dearborn.
Okay. And
So they're,
how long have they been living here?
I believe they arrived in September.
September. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how are they
They've only
adjusting?
been here a couple of months. I'm sorry?
How are they adjusting?
Oh, I'm sure everybody knows Dearborn has a lot of Arabic-speaking people, and there's a lot of organizations that have been helping as well to help them, adjust.
Wonderful.
So, they're doing really well, and it's no matter how they were doing here, it's still a million times better than the refugee camp.
Sure, where they came from in Jordan and other places. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's going on at the center? What's new?
We're just getting ready for the new year.
Okay.
There is, at one of our locations, we're actually extending our hours with tax season approaching. So that's kind of a little thing that we're doing as of the 4th.
Sure. Anything for the holidays for the kids?
Yeah, we did have a winter concert before the kids went off for winter break, where they sang holiday songs for the parents and everything.
Wonderful.
We do that every year.
Wonderful. And let's remind our listeners a little bit about the center. There are 3 locations. Is that correct? Okay.
Yep, 3 locations: Dearborn Heights, and Troy, and Westland.
Okay. And what do you offer? Is it up to what grade to what grade? From what grade to what grade?
It's child care and preschool from 0 to 5.
To 5. Wonderful. How many students do you have now?
I'm sorry?
How many students do you have now?
Oh, well, at the Dearborn Heights location, we have around 150 students.
Okay.
In Westland, at the moment, we have around 30.
Okay.
And in Troy, we have 85.
Are you looking for more locations?
At the moment, no. 3 is a lot. It keeps us very busy.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a very successful operation. I visited the schools and they're, well organized. And I was really impressed with the quality of the teachers and the management and everything you do. And any final thoughts, Rama?
No, just want to say, hope everyone has a great holiday. And we'll see you guys in the new year.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling, and
thank you.
Happy holidays to you and your family, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Do we have a caller? Dr. Sawan. Let's put her on. Good morning, Dr. Sawan.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, Khalil.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Happy holidays to you and your family.
Same to you. So what are you doing today for the holidays?
Oh, I'm having lots of fun.
What are you cooking? Do you cook, Dr. Sawan?
Oh, yeah. I cook, some healthy food. I try to be, healthy even during holidays.
It's very important.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So,
this is very important. You know, the holidays, in that respect, a little bit tough for me because I love sweets, and everywhere you go, people offering you sweets, and then you have to say no. And
yeah, I agree. I
and this
agree.
is
It's just
tough
so
for
much.
me.
Yeah.
Tough for me. And I mean, you know, I go to some homes and they have, you know, wonderful, wonderful sweets and pies and cakes, and you look at them and it's like, no, I had my fill today, and I want to say, you know, I have to say no. And they're very tough. It requires a lot of discipline. And sometimes I'm weak, but you know, it's, you know, I try.
It's so important, to eat healthy during the holidays because,
Yeah.
lots of people will eat lots of sweets and desserts.
Hmm.
And as you said, you can find them everywhere.
I
So,
know.
it's very hard to resist. It is.
Absolutely. And you know how our culture is. People just push it on you. And they get
Oh, yeah.
upset if you don't eat.
Yeah, yeah. It's, like the problem that, really in our culture, it's a way, to show like, care and love,
Sure.
and, by pushing sweets and food on people.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you called earlier because we wanted to start early. So what are we talking about today?
Oh, it's like an amazing subject, and I found it the best way of finishing our series for this year
Hmm.
and starting the next year. We want to know how we will be able, to improve our mood and thoughts, and also our health for the next year. So, I will be talking about this today.
Okay. So how can we do that?
So, yeah, I just would like, to share with you and with the audience as well that when the mood is bad, the individual may have dark thoughts. And when depressed, the negative thoughts may take over totally and they may distort the reality. And this will make actually the depression worse, and a vicious circle may develop between negative thoughts and depression, and this may never end. So, what we need to do is to try actually to be realistic. And if we are falling into something like that, we can always, get help by getting something called cognitive therapy. And in cognitive therapy, we will be able to control the thoughts, and by controlling the thoughts, we will be controlling the mood, and with controlling the mood, we will be able also, to control our well-being. And this is extremely important because, remember that we were talking, about depression, as a matter of fact, in Arabic and in English. And we talked about antidepressants and their side effects. And I'm not here to tell people not to take antidepressants. I mean, this decision should be made, by their primary care physician.
By professionals,
their,
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And by the psychiatrist or, or with the cooperation of psychologists and psychiatrists as well. But I'm trying here to say that we shouldn't only depend on medications. We shouldn't only depend on pharmacological treatment. We should always combine cognitive therapy, psychotherapy, and antidepressants. And in some cases, cognitive therapy may help to cure mild to moderate depression even without antidepressants. But again, this is not, a decision that I am making on air. This is a decision that a psychiatrist should be making for the patient. And, every individual is different. But I'm here just, to confirm the fact that cognitive therapy is very important. It may help by itself. It may help in combination with antidepressants, and it may help to prevent recurrence of depression as well. So
how do we know that we need help?
We know that we will need help, if we have negative thoughts, if the person would feel depressed, and we talked about criteria of depression before, and we talked about, some of the criteria where patients will lose interest in, every aspect of life and will feel sad all the time. And if this is happening for more than 2 weeks, And, to tell you the truth, I don't believe that, we should wait. I mean, we all have primary care physicians, and they can always help us and guide us, where to go. I really believe that everybody should consult with physicians, even, with physical symptoms, not only with, mood disorder or thought disorder. I believe that, the primary care physician is available all the time, so we can actually find somebody to talk to.
How do we go around the stigma in our community when it comes to, psychological issues?
Yeah, Khalil, I don't think that we will ever be able to do that. but I think
I tell a lot of people, you need to talk to someone. And they're like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not saying there's something wrong with you, but it's always good to talk to someone,
Yeah, you can talk to a friend. You can, and you can talk to a family member. I mean, we have also to confirm the most important role that family should play in the individual's life. You know what I mean? It's like a very, very, very important thing. Like stronger families would lead to stronger community, and we have to develop stronger families. This is extremely important. So, I think that everybody should actually, get help from family, from professionals, but, don't just leave yourself alone, because what would happen that, negative thoughts may lead to negative mood, and, it will have...
It builds up, and one day it's going to explode.
Exactly. So, I would say that in cognitive therapy, the person will be able to disassemble the problem, so it will become manageable rather than overwhelming. And, as I said, this is something that, we can have with a family member, we can have with a primary care physician, psychologist, psychiatrist, or, somebody who is professional.
Absolutely.
Who can give us professional help.
Absolutely.
And, we can actually make small changes every day. And this will actually, the small changes in thinking, and this will give us better mood and better health, in the future. So, I'm just talking here about, the cognitive therapy. And as I said, that it may help mild to moderate depression. It may help, depression in combination with antidepressants, and also it will help to prevent recurrence of depression. Now, this is not like the only thing that we should do, but also I believe
before we go out to the second thing, we're just going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
أمتي ترافل للسياحة والسفر بإدارة نبيل الباشا تعلن عن افتتاح مكتبها الواقع على 28695 راين رود في مدينة وورن. خدمات متميزة وخبرة تفوق 20 عاما نضعها في خدمة عملائنا الكرام. مع أمتي ترافل يمكنكم حجز رحلاتكم الجوية داخل أمريكا، الوطن العربي وأنحاء العالم، إضافة إلى الأماكن السياحية والاستجمام. للحصول على أفضل العروض وأنسب الأسعار ولمزيد من المعلومات اتصلوا على الرقم 586-578-9126 586-578-9126. أمتي ترافل، عنوان للصداقة والثقة. أسواق زمزم الواقع على 24065 أورشاد ليك في مدينة فارمington هيلز ترحب بالجالية العربية والكلدانية. تنزيلات كبيرة على عموم المواد الغذائية في يوم الأربعاء من كل أسبوع. لا تنسوا فريش كاري اوت، جميع انواع المعجنات، وايضا صواني الكمبو المشكله والصمون الحار. لحوم حلال الجاليه العربيه والاسلاميه الملحمه باداره قصاب الجاليه المعروف سلوان جربوع. زوروهم على 24065 اورشاد ليك في مدينه فارمington هيلز، او اتصلوا بهم على 248-476-0300. اسواق زمزم للمذاق عنوان لجميع طلباتكم، اتصلوا على 248-476-0300. اسواق زمزم للمعامله الراقية وكرم الضيافة عنوان.
استوديو زرياب بإدارة حسن حامد في ستورمي هايتس يحييكم ويقدم لكم خدماته بالصوت والصورة. تسجيل، تصوير، مونتاج، فيديو كليب، إعلانات، كوميرشالز، دوكيومنتري، أفلام وثائقية للترويج لبضائعكم ومحلاتكم وشركاتكم. برامج تلفزيونية وإذاعية. استوديو زرياب وبتقنية عالية بإدارة حسن حامد 313-945-8860 313-945-8860 أو 248-761-5787. استوديو زرياب، الصوت والصورة اختصاصنا.
Welcome back. We are talking to Dr. Sawan, and we've been talking about how you change your moods for the better. So, Dr. Sawan, before we went on the break, you were trying to say the different methods of therapy.
Yeah, that's right. So, we talked about antidepressants and we talked about cognitive therapy, but there is something that we can do for ourselves as well. So when we have any type of mood disorder, we should not actually become withdrawn. This is extremely important. We have to keep going. This is the most important thing. We have to keep going. I would say that, when we are depressed, we try actually just like not to do anything, and depression can strip away the structure of our life totally. We don't want that. The most important thing is to keep going. So we can set a gentle daily schedule and stick to it. I mean, we can maybe, on top of our work, if we are not able, for example, to do, full-time job, we can maybe do, part-time for some time until, we are able, to go to our daily routine. And at the same time, we can maybe, try to, have a short walk every day, or, to do, some social activity.
Make life interesting, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is one thing. And also we have to set realistic goals and realistic expectations. I mean, the most important thing that is happening in depression or in stress, when our goals or expectations are way beyond what we can do.
Exactly.
So,
I think this is one of the biggest problem that, I've when talking to people, even sometimes I do it myself, is I set unrealistic expectations, and then when they don't happen, it causes this disappointment.
Yes,
and,
of course.
Why? And then I start having this self-doubts, and I think this is not really a good way to go.
Yes, and people will start feeling worthless and that, they are bad, they can't do things. So, it's very, very important to set realistic goals and realistic expectations at the same time. Yep. And, to be happy with what we have. I think that this is the most important thing. We have to find
precious commodity, happiness.
Exactly. So we should be happy with what we have, and we should have faith in God. So this is very important, that, we should have happiness. We should find happiness in our families. We should find happiness in our health. We should find happiness in small things that maybe other people do not have. The other thing that, I would like to stress on would be to eat healthy. So we will go back now to the way that we're eating.
Exactly, when we started, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so we shouldn't really, overeat. We shouldn't, do lots of carbohydrates. I mean, we should have a balanced diet. I will not say that don't eat desserts at all, don't eat sweets at all, but you can have a balanced diet.
In moderation. Eat everything in moderation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, there are, so many talks about, if you eat this, you will be depressed. If you don't eat this, you will be fine. You know what I mean? I don't believe that, a specific diet will actually, to bring happiness or depression. I believe that a balanced diet is a way, for healthy life and for happiness.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I enjoy making good food, and the other day I decided to make. They used to make them in the old country. It's called mushtah, which is flat bread, and it came out beautiful. And we had some people over.
Sure.
They enjoyed it, and I made some old recipes like Potato Kibbe and other, they came out incredible. We enjoyed them, and they were like low maintenance and felt good. They're healthy. And absolutely,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and also like, foods that are rich, like in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon, tuna, and also, like foods that are like rich in vitamins. I can't stress enough on the importance of having, like broccoli. I would say, like cucumber, celery, kale. I mean, these are like all just like amazing, like types of foods. And, we can eat them and we can have them as part of our daily routine. So as I said, that balanced diet is very important. And also, exercising, remember that, we will feel good when we have chemicals in our bodies called endorphins, and those are, coming with exercising. So we can actually, I would say rewire our brains, with a short period of exercise every day. It doesn't have to be that we will be, like personal trainers. I mean, we can just have, like a low maintenance, exercise program.
Yeah. In the minute that we have left, what are your, final thoughts for this year, for our listeners?
Yeah, I would say that, we have to stay positive. We have to challenge negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And, we have to take care of ourselves and our families. I can't stress the importance of being, within a loving family.
Absolutely.
I mean, when we establish families, we are responsible, like for our families, we are responsible for our kids. It is very important, to be positive, because we are actually, this is the heritage that we are leaving for our kids.
Absolutely. I think what we should do, the first segment of the year when you and I return, we should try to do a segment on the importance of love in the family.
Oh my God, I would love to talk about that.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's prepare for that segment for next time, you and I are talking about this subject, because it's very important.
This is amazing, Khalil, really. This is the subject that I would like to talk about. And I am actually a board member of the Arab American Family Services here in Chicago. And, to tell you the truth, one of our goals is to strengthen families for a stronger community.
Absolutely.
And, without having a strong family, there is no way that we will be a strong community.
Absolutely. And I really want to thank you for, this year you've done a really wonderful job in helping our listeners understand their health, understand their mood and their psychic. And I want to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and to your family.
Thank you so much, Khalid.
Absolutely.
Same to you.
We'll be
and
talking
same
soon.
to all of our listeners.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll be talking soon. Thank you, Dr. Sawan.
Thank you.
And to everyone, I want to say thank you. This has been a wonderful year. We've talked a lot about a lot of subjects, and want to wish you happy holidays and safe holidays. Again, if you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're an investor, you're looking for a great investment, we have a wonderful investment for you on Ford Road for a great price. If you're interested, give me a call, 313-819-0101. Again, 313-819-0101. Or if you're driving on Ford Road, it's right next to the Salvation Army, right between Middle Belt and Inkster Road. You see it on the right-hand side. There's a big sign there, and it's a wonderful property for investment. Give us a call. We wish you the happiest and the safest holiday. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next year. Bye now.
The views expressed on the preceding program may not necessarily be those of the owner or management of WNZK. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500. Call now.